Cusco. Yes. The elevation 6,270. Yes, it's like a 20,500 feet elevation of that glacier. Yeah, the highest one. Excellent. Good job, family. Clap for you. Yes. You did a great job. And then after to walk, on the mountains, you can enjoy this view, family.
Yes.
Yes. Machu Picchu in front of us over there. Two mountains, Machu Picchu, 3,000 meters elevation. The other Huayna Picchu, 2,700 meters. That one. Yes, beautiful. Can you see, my friend, in that mountain in the middle? It's like one line with vegetation with some bushes there. Yes. That is, my friend, the Inca Trail that is coming in order to connect this place.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there is an Inca Trail there. Yes. That is one of the trails in order to connect Machu Picchu. The archaeologists, they found 8 in total. One of them, this one. The other one from the other side, down there, here. Like that in total, 8 trails in order to connect Machu Picchu. That is why now we know, that Machu Picchu for sure was an important city in Inca's time. Yes, Machu Picchu. But this place, this archaeological site, the name is Llactapata. Llactapata, yes, it's like a village on the upper part. That is, Llactapata in our language, in Quechua, yes. And then, when the archaeologists, when they did some excavations here, and they said this place, was for our messengers in Inca's time. And there were messengers in that time in order to take a message, from one point to another. Yes. And then the messengers in that time, the name was Chasquis. That is the name, Chasquis. They were runners. Imagine to run, my friend, in this mountain. Yes. Imagine one message from Machu Picchu to Cusco. Or from Machu Picchu to Choquequirao. Or like that, Machu Picchu to Cusco, if you take the Inca Trail, is 90 kilometers. 90. But if you take the railway, I mean the train, is 111 kilometers. More curved,
Yes.
But my friend, that distance, in Inca's time, the runners, they used to take a message just in 5 hours.
Oh,
Wow.
But my friends, in that time, there were, many small Inca sites like this for our runners, like post huts, because my friend, in Inca's time, the runners, they used to take a message in the relay system.
How far apart?
That was, my friend, depends of the geography. If the geography like this, mountains up and down, was every 5 or 6 kilometers,
Yeah.
the distance.
Yeah.
In the coast, more flat,
Yeah.
There, my friend, 8 or 9 kilometers
Yeah.
the distance. Okay?
Wow.
And then, the runners, they had to run as fast as possible in order to take the message from one point to another. Imagine, my friend, one message from Cusco, that was the capital in Inca's time, just to Lima, 1,300 kilometers long. Or to Quito, nowadays in Ecuador, 2,300 kilometers.
Wow.
That distance. Yes. In that way, how fast they were the messengers in that time. One chronicler, one mestizo, Garcilaso de la Vega, his name. This guy, my friend, was a mestizo because his father was from Spain, his mother from here, one princess. And then, he wrote in his chronicle about the runners, the messengers. And he said, when the king, when he wanted, a fresh fish from the sea in Cusco, in 24 hours.
24
Yes, that is why, now the archaeologists, they suggest, my friend, that from Cusco to Machu Picchu was in 5 hours. And then, some historians, some researchers, they a little bit was difficult to believe. In that way, in 2004, there was one competition, like a marathon, but on these mountains. And that case was along the Inca Trail, these mountains as well. In that case, was the distance is 45 kilometers, like 26 miles, like a regular marathon.
Yeah.
But in this case, my friend, is not flat, it's like this. And then in that day, there were many professional runners from different countries from South America, because in that year was a little famous, the Inca Trail. And also some porters. Yes, but the porter, imagine the porter without the backpack, that big backpack. And that day, at the beginning, in the kilometer 82, along the railway from Cusco to Machu Picchu, kilometer 82, and that point, there was like a ceremony, some offering to the Mother Earth, to the mountains, and then some music, some dance. After that, they started to run. From that point up to the Sun Gate, where it's in Machu Picchu. 45 kilometers, 26 miles.
Wow.
In these mountains, friend, a question for you. How long time do you think the winner of that competition, he did, my friend, that distance in that day?
It's 4.5 hours.
4.5?
6 hours.
6 hours?
3 hours.
Yeah.
I say 5.
Okay.
I'm still thinking.
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Okay.
I'd say 4 hours.
I'll say
Okay.
4.
4. Friendship.
2 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh,
that's
Go
almost,
low,
that's
that
almost
way.
world record.
My friends, in that day, the person who won that competition was one porter of the Inca Trail.
Wow.
And then in that day, the porter ran just with one bottle of water.
Yeah.
That's it. He did, my friend, that is the record so far. In 3 hours, 37 minutes.
Wow.
that
Oh
distance
my
in
goodness.
this mountain. In that case, they have to pass, 2 mountain passes. The third one is a little flat, but 3 mountain passes.
Wow.
And that was just one person nowadays. But imagine, my friend, in Inca's time in the relay was faster. Yes, I mean, here in South America was the most sophisticated system in order to take one message from one point to another. The messenger, the chasquis, the name.
Imagine the
Yes.
shoes too.
Yeah.
Probably the
Yeah, good point.
They use them, my friend, some type like a sandals,
Oh.
because it's not easy to run in this. Imagine the trail was paved with stones to walk, and those stones without shoes. It's totally difficult. So the Incas, my friend, they had, yes, shoes like this.
oh,
Wow.
They
amazing.
used to make, with llama or alpaca skin, like this. And then this used to run. Yes.
So no.
But my friends, another question, about our runners is what type of message they used to take in that time. The Incas, they had for sure a writing system. They knew about mathematics, of course, because imagine without mathematics, my friend, to build that city,
Right.
or Cusco City, like that. So, but my friends, when the Spaniards arrived here, for them was not important to know about our writing system or about our mathematics. No, for them was more important just the treasure,
The gold.
gold and silver. But my friends, here, in that time, the gold and silver was just for religious purpose. Was not for economy like in that time in Europe. Here, my friend, the gold, we believe, and in Inca's time the same, was the blood of the sun. That is why the king always used to wear, my friend, many objects that was made with gold. And then the silver, the blood
The moon.
of our mother moon.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
The queen, always object that was made with silver. Yes, I mean, was just for religious purpose, the gold and silver. That is why, my friends, for example, about our language of Quechua, our first dictionary that we have, that was, my friend, wrote, let's say, in 1613. The Spaniards arrived here in 1532, like one generation. In that generation, my friend, we lost some words. Yes, but now, after hundreds of years, our language survived. But it's not 100%. We speak here in Cusco region is more strong than the other regions. Here, the people, they speak, my friend, let's say 90%. 10% we lost some words. But we still speak that language. But my friend, in that time, in Inca's time, the runners, they used to take two types of message. First, this, the quipus. Some, main string with different chords. And then, my friend, each chord has different type of knots. Sometimes one, sometimes two, three, four, five, depends. And then the archaeology, they said, my friend, that was a type of letters that the Incas had at that time. And also the other was these blankets that we call tocapus, different geometrical designs. And the archaeologists, some researchers, they suggest, my friend, that this was a writing system as well in Inca's time. But my friend, now, we know that the Incas and also the high-class people in that time, they spoke, my friend, another language, no Quechua. But my friend, the common people, the families, all of them, they spoke, Quechua. But the high class, another. Because when the Spaniards asked, to some people, what they're saying,